Jodha Akbar. That container. But that was the same one. I wonder where Jalal had found it. Who is this person that Jalal was talking about? The person who we could never suspect. I only know of one person like that who's in Jalal's life. That person? It's me!
Queen Jodha, His Highness is coming over here now.
Your Highness, you always seem to forget that you must take your shoes off. It is disrespectful when performing a prayer ceremony. Yes, Your Majesty?
This container. This is the evidence that I found which made me decide to release you and your brothers.
So then why have you brought it to me now?
Because I would like to know if you know anything about it, if you have seen it before.
No, I do not know anything about that container.
Do your brothers know anything regarding this matter?
I don't know. Why don't you go and ask my brothers yourself, Your Highness? They still have not left Agra yet. I think you should talk to them. That way you can hopefully clear your doubts.
I am not asking you this because I am doubting you, Queen Jodha. I am only trying to gather some information here.
I wish you had gathered some information before you put us under house arrest. Then neither Amir or my brothers would have been insulted. And then my self-respect and dignity would still be intact.
Look, I really do not want to argue with you, Queen Jodha. I have already found out that you and your brothers are innocent. That is why I apologized and gave Bhagwant a rank in my army in front of
But
everyone.
Your Majesty, you did not give Bhagwant that rank in order to honor him. You only gave him that position as a way of hiding your guilt.
Queen Jodha, I already acquitted all of you in front of everyone to witness, and I am aware of the mistake I have made.
King, will you ever be able to mend this broken vase and restore it to its original form? So, self-respect and reputations are the same as this glass vase. Once they have been broken, they cannot be mended back together again. And even if you try to fix the damage that you have done, all the shattered pieces will always be there invisible, Your Majesty. And no matter how hard you try to fix it again, you will not be able to ever make it whole or look and feel the same way as it did before.
I want you to pick up all these glass pieces and then take them to my sleeping chamber. I just want you to know that you are definitely still going to get a response to your behavior here today, Lady Jodha. Mark my words.
Mahamanga, When my brother Hamayan died all those years ago, was Queen Hamida and 𝐸𝐸 with him, or was he alone then?
Well, at that time Her Excellency was in Kabul. And then Behram Khan and I stayed with Jalal in Kalanur.
At the time when His Highness Humayun had passed away, a few of his loyal people kept it secret so that the news of his death would not spread.
Yes, Queen, that reminds me, I also heard that Mullah Bekasi pretended to be King Hamayan for 17 days.
That's true, because if the enemies had found out that His Highness had passed away, and that the king's heir was also not in the capital at the time, then there would have been war. Mullah Bekasi strongly resembled His Highness, so he was dressed up in the imperial robes to look like a king and greet the public. This was done while they decided when it would be most auspicious for Jalal to be publicly announced as the new king. What are you thinking about, Mahamanga?
Oh, nothing really, Your Excellency. I was just thinking about who could have wanted to murder Jalal and Ruqayya's child. Why don't we know who the culprit is, and why hasn't that person been caught?
But maybe Jalal has found out who that person is, Mahamanga. And maybe that is why he released Queen Jodha and her brothers from house arrest.
So then why hasn't His Majesty revealed that person's name yet?
Only His Highness will know why. What's wrong? What are you thinking of?
Nothing. I was, just thinking that I've told you everything that I can remember about His Highness Humayun. And may his soul rest in peace. I hope this information has been helpful and will help you piece together his autobiography successfully. I'll take my leave.
Mahamanga is hiding something. I have known her for many years, so I can tell she's withholding something. So Mahamanga must have discovered something that she does not want to share with any of us.
I hope that nasty person suffers severely and is punished for what they've done.
Who are you talking about, Javeda?
I suggest that they should be publicly hung for their crimes. And I hope that they're left outside so the vultures and crows can devour them.
Who are you cursing now?
That horrible person who has killed Queen Ruqayya and His Highness's child. I have no idea who's even capable of doing such a terrible thing. They have to catch that person. Then His Highness can pull out all of their hair. But I have a better suggestion. They should rather rip off all of his skin and then make him sit on a donkey and take him around the whole of Agra.
Javeda, please will you just stop? Let's just first find out who it is.
Well, if His Majesty were to ask me who I think it is, then I would tell him, Mother.
Who has done it, Javeda?
You...
What are you saying?
Oh no. I was not finished speaking yet. I wanted to say that I think it must have been someone like you who's very close to His Highness. I think it must have been somebody who the king trusts and will never suspect.
I think that you might be onto something here, Javeda. Because whoever has committed this crime must be someone who seems sweet and innocent and who His Highness would never even think to consider. You've helped me realize I think I know who that person is.
Who?
You.
Wait, what? I could not even kill an ant, Mother.
Yes, well, you might not be able to kill an ant. But I'm pretty sure that you must have done this. And nobody would ever suspect you, Javeda. And that is why you'll make the perfect candidate.
That's not true. Why are you saying that?
By the way, you also fall into the category of being one of those people who are close to His Highness. You have a lot of freedom here. You walk around the palace freely and never get questioned about where you're going. So it must have been an easy thing for you to do, to mix poison in the saffron without people noticing. That's why I think you're responsible for committing the murder.
No, Mother. Why would I do such a thing?
Don't act like you don't have a reason. If Jalal doesn't have an heir to the throne, then you know that he will adopt your own Adam's child. And then you will become the royal mother. And who would not like to be the royal mother, Javeda?
Oh no. I really would not deserve to be alive if I ever thought that way. And I am and always will be loyal to His Majesty, just as you are, Mother. I would never want that. I really did not do it, Mother. I mean, I should never have even brought this topic up.
Now you understand? This is what I was trying to explain to you now. So now stop spending time coming up with such foolish ideas and theories, Javeda. Because people will always doubt someone who likes to talk about the same topic, understand?
I didn't think about that. But I promise you that I'm never going to bring this up with anybody ever again until they find the culprit, Mother. I am good. My vermicelli is good. I don't know why I was talking about any of this in the first place.
Okay. That did the trick. I'm pretty sure that Javeda is not going to bring that up again anytime soon. But now I need to figure out where that container was and how Jalal got his hands on it. I thought I made sure that I didn't leave any evidence lying around. Even so, I still don't know how that container disappeared, or if somebody took it by mistake, or how it got into Jalal's hands. I will have to do something about it now.
The situation is under control now. You, go back to Amir.
No, Bhagwant. I accept that His Highness has released all of you, but what about what we lost? Amir and all of you have lost your honor in the process. You must make sure that our family name and pride is restored first. I will not go back to Amir before then.
Father, I agree with what Bhagwant has said. The news of Ratan Singh's death will reach Amir sooner or later. You should be there when it does.
We will make sure that Amir's reputation is restored. We will do it, in front of everyone.
We will also prove, if we have bowed, it was only for His Highness, out of honor and respect, and not out of fear. And we will all return back to Amir once our names have been cleared.
No, I do not agree with you, Bhagwant. If you're really so concerned about our honor, then why did you accept His Highness's rank? What will the people say? That we are cowards?
I'm not a coward. And His Highness came to understand that when we were at war in Sanjapur, he had made a mistake. And to apologize, he honored me and presented me with the rank in the courtroom to fix what he had done to us. So I had to accept it. It would have been disrespectful otherwise. It is the way of Amir. We won't endure injustice, and Man Singh has proved this. In front of the entire court, by standing with us all, he has proved to His Highness that the people of Amir always honor others. We won't bow down.
I am very proud of you, Man Singh, for your braveness.
I have learned this from Aunt Jodha. His Highness has gotten angry with her so many times now, but she has always faced him without any fear. Not once did she cower. That is why many people here, who have a very high social position in the kingdom, have respect for her. Aunt will be remembered. I believe that she is going to be known as the most influential woman in the Mughal Empire.
And Man Singh, you are going to be known as one of His Highness's most trustworthy aides.
Bhagwant, please. There is one thing that I would still like. When I finally return back to Amir, then I would like His Highness to see me off respectfully.
Do not worry, we will get this respect and honor back as soon as the real culprit is revealed.
Father, I still mean what I said. Go back to Amir. You are needed there, Father. And we will return when His Highness finds the real culprit and exposes them.
Salam, Queen Jodha.
Namaste.
I am happy to see that you have been freed. It is a huge relief, but it proves that His Highness believes you are innocent.
Yes. Apparently His Highness has found some evidence. The king came to talk to me and ask me questions about it.
Is the evidence in that container?
Yes. But how do you know about all that?
Because His Highness came to see me in my sleeping chamber.
The best saffron, all the way from Kabul. Will you taste some? No, stop. It's not you.
Now I understand. Queen Ruqayya found that container in your sleeping chamber. And that is why His Highness was suspicious of you and freed me from house arrest as a result. This means that the real culprit is playing a very wicked game over here.
But this person will not be able to hide for much longer, because His Highness is investigating this matter thoroughly himself. That is why he will not accuse anyone until he has found solid evidence. That container is the first clue, but that is what is going to lead His Highness to find the real murderer now.
Salam alaikum, Queen. Queen Gulbadan would like to see you now, Queen Salima.
I'm coming. Okay, Queen Jodha. I will take your leave now.
I wonder why that person put that container in Queen Salima's sleeping chamber. Is it that the culprit is trying to mislead His Majesty by doing that?
Things are getting more and more complicated now. The culprit is very intelligent and they are playing with my 3 wives at the same time. They took away Queen Ruqayya's chance to become a mother and they got Queen Jodha arrested on this allegation as well. And they have tried to spread doubt in my mind by framing Queen Salima. They have been careful not to leave any more evidence behind. I only have this container. So now this container is the only thing that can lead me to the murderer. I know that Queen Salima is not the culprit, but I wonder how this container ended up in her sleeping chamber. I'm going to find the answers to these questions, and I will find the person who has dared to commit this terrible crime.
Rahim? What has happened, Rahim? What's wrong?
His Highness is going to imprison me.
Why would he do that?
Well, because I have committed a crime. I have stolen something on Jodha, and now I am going to be punished.
Really? What have you taken, Rahim? Look, Rahim. Firstly, you know it is wrong to take things that are not yours. And secondly, you know how much His Highness loves you, don't you? So you should have just told him what you have done. Okay, so tell me. What is it?
Okay, but before I tell you anything on Jodha, you have to write a note saying that I will not be under house arrest.
That will not be necessary. I promise that will not happen. This will help you tell me. Take it. Now tell me, what is it that you have taken?
I stole a container that was in His Highness's hands.
Container? What do you mean?
Well, I was actually busy playing that day on Jodha. I'm going to hide in here, and now let's see if Mother can find me.
You can go. I want to check it all privately.
Mahamanga?
Rahim is being naughty. He keeps running away. So did he maybe come inside here?
Well, when I first entered the room so that I could check some merchandise, I did not see Rahim anywhere in here. If I were you, I wouldn't be too worried. All children are naughty by nature.
And then I saw that container in his hand. So, do you think he is going to punish me now because I took Mahamanga's container from her? But now I am scared. I just wanted to play with it for a while. Please save me on Jodha.
Oh no. That is the same container that poison was stored in. So that means that Mahamanga is responsible for mixing the poison into the saffron that came from Amer. I cannot believe that she murdered Queen Ruqayya and His Highness's baby. Listen, Rahim. You did not tell anyone else about this, did you?
No. I just picked it up because I felt like playing with it. And then I hid it in a drawer in Mother's sleeping chamber afterwards, and I forgot about it. I promise I am telling the truth on Jodha. I really only took the container so that I could play with it. But now he has found out about the container somehow. So then, is he going to think that I am a thief now? And does that mean that he is going to punish me?
Rahim, do not worry. Nobody is going to punish you for this. I promise you will be fine. So don't you worry, dear. Let's forget all about it. Go and play outside. I will sort it out. You can leave the rest up to your Aunt Jodha.
Thank you. You are very kind, Aunt Jodha.
Rahim is really fond of you, my lady. He was talking to you for so long now.
Moti?
Yes, my lady.
Why do you look so worried?
I have found out how and where His Highness ended up finding that container, Morty.
From where?
From Queen Salima's sleeping chamber.
So Queen Salima did it? Queen Salima is responsible for mixing poison in Queen Ruqaya's saffron?
No, Morty. Only the container was found in her sleeping chamber. But somebody else had mixed the poison.
I have always had my doubts about Mahamanga. Do you remember how she reacted when you burned the dress that she bought? Since then, she has been against you. She saved Adam and sent him to Matura, and then she framed me to try cover for him, to reflect badly on you, and now, to make everyone doubt your position in the kingdom. She went and murdered him and Queen Ruqaya's baby. How can she be so evil? His Highness considers her to be like a mother to him. How could she? Why didn't Rahim go and tell His Highness about everything?
Rahim is just a child, Muti. So how could his innocent heart even know what was really in that container? He was not thinking about Mahamanga. He was only worried that His Highness would punish him and think he was a thief.
So then it is up to you to go and tell him the truth then?
No, Morty. How can I tell him that?
Why can't you tell him? This person framed you and your family for something you didn't do. So why can't you go and tell him who's responsible for the crime?
Many reasons. First of all, Rahim is a child. Mahamanga will be accused for this based purely on what Rahim claims that he saw. Secondly, Mahamanga is very intelligent and wicked. She wouldn't have left any proof behind. And Mahamanga still cannot be proved guilty. Just on the basis of that container, we still need more evidence. And thirdly, the person who His Highness respects the most in the whole empire is Mahamanga, Moti. And so if I were to approach His Highness without having real or solid proof first, he will question my motives.
So then that means that you'll never be able to tell him the truth?
I will. But I'll wait until I first find some solid proof that I can take to the king. I will never be able to forgive Mahamanga for this, for trying to blame me, for framing my family, and most importantly for dishonoring and discrediting my father's name. And I won't forgive the king for making such an uninformed, rushed decision, and for breaking Sukanya's marriage apart before it could even take place. I'm not afraid of His Majesty, and I'm not afraid to be punished. I'm going to expose Mahamanga for her deceit, and I will make sure to do it in front of everybody. But I'm going to make sure that I have the proof, so that she will not be able to talk her way out of it and get off free. So there is no chance for His Highness to make an unwise decision about this matter ever again.